Just a little buck, you know. Won't call that a little dime piece. That ain't nothing. Finna go do a little dime.
On some real shit though. Just talk about just your evolution of just weight cutting, like how you've been doing it all your life. And how it's still a mental grind every single time you do it.
Man, this weight cut, been doing this for, let me see, when was my first weight cut? My first ever weight cut was sophomore year wrestling. It was this tournament I needed to go to. And it was sophomore year, I just gained some, I just grew. So I was like floating around like 111, 109, and the weight class was 103. And for I didn't know what to do. I'd never done it before. I would just run. That was the only thing I knew. If I ran enough and I sweated enough, I would lose weight. But at some point, I kept running and running and running. I'm running, and then people was like, "Oh, stop eating! Don't eat." So I stopped eating and running and running and eating. Oh, but you can't drink too. And so I stopped drinking and running and running and running. Next thing you know, it started coming off a little bit. Oh, snap, I lost 0.2, 0.3. I'm like, well, you know what could help? You could spit in a cup. That'd help. Start spitting in a cup. Next thing you know, I spit half of a bottle. That's another 0.4. Oh, shit. I'm losing weight. Finally made the weight. Probably I deprived myself from eating for days. But I made the weight. And the point of the matter is, I don't know how, but for some reason, even at sophomore year, I knew that I needed to get to that weight class. I didn't care how much I had to suffer to do it. I was gonna do it. And I suffered and I did it.
You ready for the weight cut?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. What's your mindset about weight cuts every time we reach this point?
Gotta push through, man. It's hard. It's hard, but only the strong make it. Only the strong gonna make it.
Well, I think the one thing that discipline definitely does help you with is it helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success. If you have more success, sometimes a big part of success is just not being fucking lazy and just doing it. Yeah. That's like 90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not gonna feel perfect every day. If I only worked out when I felt good, I'd be a fat fuck. Because there's a lot of days I don't want to do it. It's pretty much the same with everybody that actually gets good at something. There's got to be those days you push through, and they're probably going to be more numerous than the days you don't. And so the benefit of discipline in my eyes has always been that through discipline I get things done. I always say that I'm like the most lazy, disciplined person I know, because I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But I always do. Because a lot of quitting is just in your mind. A lot of quitting is just your mind saying, man, we can't do this. Man, we should find a way out. Man, fuck this. This is just too uncomfortable. Whereas if you can just force yourself to push those aside and don't entertain those thoughts at all, you can get through a lot of things you can't get through. It's a mindset. It's like if you get your mind accustomed to convincing your body that enough is enough, and then you start entertaining those thoughts and thinking of those thoughts more than thinking about concentrating on the task at hand, you start thinking about, boy, if I just quit now, I can quit. All this uncomfortable feeling will stop.
Yeah.
All this heaving of my breath or burning of my legs or whatever it is that you're doing, that can all stop. All the nervousness can stop. Like, you see a lot of times before fights, we've had several instances over the course of the history of the UFC. Most of the time it doesn't happen, but several instances where people get anxiety attacks. And you could attribute that to a lot of different things, right? You could say, well, some people just have anxiety, and well, what is an anxiety attack? Well, some people believe that a lot of what's happening is the mindset that you're entering into a fight with, and that you're allowing your mind to just sort of run rampant rather than corralling it and channeling your mind into very distinct pathways, like very distinct pathways of only beneficial thoughts. And you will vacillate and deviate from those thoughts, but always bring it back to those very important thoughts, and to have some sort of a mantra, like you are here to do your very best. That's it.
There's grace.
If your body fails on you, that's one thing, but let it fail. Don't entertain those thoughts. Oh my God, now it's time to quit.
Don't
now it's time to
stop it,
quit.
yeah.
Don't entertain those thoughts.
There's a scale in my bag. So now, over the years, obviously I've learned how to cut weight. I've learned how to get it off better. I've learned how to maintain the diet and not starve yourself and things like that. And so now it's a lot more doable. And plus all those years I've built that mental strength to be able to do it. But the shit still ain't easy and the shit still sucks.
He guessed it right on the dot.
It's not for everybody. So if I'm strong, can't do it. Not everybody can do it. And that's my comment. Got it done though.
I don't got that key, bro. You don't got it?